Welcome to the World of Tax mini-series. I'm your host, Leo Tucker, and I'm joined again today by my favorite guest, Grigory Schichkho. Grigory, welcome.
Hi, Leo, and hi, everyone.
A couple of weeks ago, we put up a poll on LinkedIn, and the question was, if you are a European merchant selling physical goods into the UK, do you have to charge and collect VAT? And we were surprised at how few got the question right. So I think it's a good time to talk about VAT requirements, tax collection requirements, registration requirements for selling physical goods into the UK. Let's start talking about reporting requirements. So when is tax collection required on physical goods being sold into the UK? Let's start there. You're a foreign merchant selling into the UK physical goods.
Yeah. So let me step back a little bit, Leo, before I answer your question. So it's especially relevant to e-commerce merchants based in the European Union because we are living in 2024. But nevertheless, a lot of people, they used to count the UK as part of the European Union, right? And they used to it was much, I would say, from the tax point of view, it was much easier for them to send goods to consumers in the UK than the UK was part of the single market of the along with other European Union countries. All of these changed in 2021. So starting from 2021, when you as a foreign e-commerce merchant sell physical goods directly to consumers in the UK, you must calculate and collect VAT at the point of sale if the value of the consignment, or in simple terms, of the parcel is below 135 pounds, right? So 135 pounds is the threshold for this. So we are talking here not about like some registration threshold based on the volume of sales, but we are talking about the threshold for goods that you sell.
So the per item cost. So if I am a European business and I'm selling an item for £100 into the UK, then I'm required to collect tax on that, is what you're saying.
It's not on a per item basis. It's actually on per consignment basis. So what I'm trying to say is that if you sell just one item and it costs, as you mentioned, £100, yes, you need to calculate and collect UK VAT. If you sell, I'm making this up, 3 items, like let's make it visual, 3 t-shirts, £20 each, which total to £60, you need to collect UK VAT. So it's on the consignment level.
Right. So we're talking about the cart here. So on each individual purchase, so every time I run my credit card through as a customer, as long as that amount is under £135, I owe sales tax. And the merchant should be collecting sales tax from me, the customer. Is that right?
That's right. But it's a little bit more actually complicated in terms of what you need to consider. Then you compare your order against this threshold. So in this official language, it's called intrinsic value of this parcel. By intrinsic value, it means that you need to consider only the cost of the goods. So you should ignore shipping and insurance, if any, right? So say, I'm giving you another example. Say the order is £120 plus £19.99 shipping costs, right? The amount would be, the total amount of the order would be above the threshold, right? It would be like 120 plus 19.99. It would be 139.99. But for this VAT calculation, for these compliance purposes, you need to take into account only the value of the goods.
Right. So we don't include shipping. We don't include things like insurance, just other ancillary. We're just talking about the value of the goods because that's what the tax is being levied on, correct?
Not exactly. We take into account the value of the goods to see whether the order is below or above the threshold. But then we calculate VAT that's the second step. When we calculate VAT, we actually need to take into account everything. So we add back. So we have the cost of the goods, we have shipping, we have insurance, and on the total amount, we calculate VAT. This is how it works. So this is a little bit complicated, you see?
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. So the threshold is calculated on the value of the cart, but the actual tax that's being charged to the customer is based on the entirety, including shipping, including insurance.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. So I'm assuming this applies in all circumstances. Do marketplaces get any kind of break on this? Are there any exceptions to this that should be noted?
It's $1 million question. So if you as an e-commerce retailer actually sell your goods via an online marketplace, for example, Etsy or someone else, right? Then the responsibility to calculate and collect VAT for low value goods shifts to the marketplace.
So they become liable for the tax liability.
That's correct. So it's called deemed supplier rule. So online marketplaces become liable to calculate and collect taxes. But if it's a direct sale to consumers in the UK, then the foreign merchant is caught.
Okay, that's good to know. So, I mean, I guess the obvious question is, so since the UK is no longer in the European Union, the EU doesn't get any special, EU merchants don't get any special treatment there. They're treated just like the rest of the world.
That's true. From the UK point of view, it doesn't matter where the merchant is located, whether it's an EU merchant or a US merchant. All of those merchants will have to calculate and collect UK VAT for low value goods.
Grigory, thanks for joining me to talk about UK taxes today. We'll look forward to talking about our next episodes, which should be coming up shortly. For the World of Tax, I'm Leo Tucker. Thanks a bunch. If you like this content, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of what we got coming, hit that little bell at the bottom. Thanks.
Brought to you by the Reach Network. Visit withreach.com/network for more.